Hey friends, happy Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining. If you're catching the replay, I so appreciate it. Good morning, Sadie. If you have friends who are runners, you definitely want to swipe and share this scope. This is probably one of my favorite things to talk about in regards to improving your running performance and becoming a lean runner. So definitely swipe and share. Good morning, Jen. Morning. We are chatting about carb cycling today. I've been running a free group on Facebook this week. It's called Run Academy. You can see the link in my Periscope profile to join. Totally free. You're going to get this awesome download of my top 5 ways to avoid weight gain while run training, which is very common among runners, specifically runners who are training for half and full marathons. So definitely click the link in my profile. You get the link to the free group, and you're going to get a link to that top 5 ways to avoid weight gain while run training. We are on day 2 of Run Academy, which I'm super excited about. This is one of my favorite topics, and the topic that truly brings the most results of the girls in my VIP Run Academy, and it is incorporating carb cycling into our running. So again, if you have runners who follow you, definitely swipe and share. Let them know we are talking about probably the most effective, actually definitely the most effective nutrition plan for runners, and it is carb cycling. I know it can sound like a scary word, but let me tell you the why behind the what and to kind of simplify it for you so it doesn't sound so scary. Carb cycling is basically alternating or timing your food according to your workouts. Oh, thank you so much, ladies, for joining your followers. I really appreciate that. So as a runner, we kind of are dealing with these two dilemmas here. 9 out of 10 runners, one of their main goals, even if they're training for races, are to lose weight. They want to be leaner. They know that cardio means weight loss, so they're going to start running as a means of weight loss. Even the girls who come into my VIP Run Academy want to lose weight. I think anytime you ask a girl if she wants to lose a pound or two, she's going to say yes, right? All of us have that goal to be a leaner, healthier person. And it's been proven time and time again that low-carb diets are the most effective way for us to burn fat and to lose weight and become leaner. However, you know as a runner that we need carbs as our fuel source. Carbs are what we primarily burn when we're running, when we're training for races, and when we're racing. So we need carbs in order to be a fueled runner. So we kind of face this struggle of, well, it means I have to have my carbs and I kind of have to face that weight gain piece. Well, it's not true anymore now that we understand how to properly time our carbs and how to fuel. So I'm really excited to talk about this with you a little bit more today. Carb cycling. Carb cycling, like I said, is a way to time our nutrition based on what our workouts are. So as a runner, you have primarily 1 to 2 hard days a week and a long run. Those are the days that you're really going to need to have those the bulk of your nutrition being from carbs. And again, if you have questions, please use that comment feature to ask me questions as you're going and give me hearts to let me know you're still here, you're engaged, and you're resonating with what I'm saying. Because this is the thing I love about Periscope is it's interactive and I want to know your specific questions. So please comment any questions you have and I want to speak specifically to you on here. So, runner, your main days during the week, being your workouts and your long runs, are your carb heavy days. However, when we talk about that concept of carb heavy, or the common buzzword for runners is carb loading, I'm not talking about carbs like pasta or bread. Literally, if you cut those out alone, you're probably going to lose 5 pounds. I'm not talking about gluten grains. I'm talking about whole food carbs. Those are the carbs that I have girls in my VIP Run Academy fuel on. We have lots of potatoes and quinoa and oats. Root vegetables are full of carbs. Peas, green beans, all very carb heavy. Also have, especially those green beans are a great source of protein, which is typically lacking for runners. They often focus on those carbs, but really most female runners need to make sure they're getting the adequate amount of protein as well. So these are the fuel sources I encourage the girls in my Run Academy to get their carbs from, and it makes such a difference. Most girls who come in within the first month are down 5 pounds. I myself am down 5 pounds, and I'm at that lean body mass weight so I can hit those PRs. So we know the carbs are good, but we know the carb cycling means, one day we are having those carb heavy days when other days they are low carbs. So for example, most girls in my Run Academy, every Monday is our low carb day. Low carb days are typically paired with some easy run. We do our strides on Monday, and I'll tell you why in just a second. And we typically do some lighter exercises like the foam rolling, which is really important for my girls. We are focusing on recovery this month, so we're doing foam rolling every day. I typically have them do their hip exercises or just a really quick core routine. Not super long day on Mondays. Shouldn't take over 45 minutes to finish all exercises. I like to take a full hour, but it's not super long. It's not super strenuous, and it goes perfectly with a low carb day. So let me kind of talk through that low carb day and then why I pair those certain exercises on a low carb day. And also, you have to check out my blog. Casey just wrote a blog today on a sample low carb day meal. She wrote out a couple breakfast, lunch, and dinner ideas for your low carb day. Go to mommysmarathon.com/blog. It's the featured post on there, and it's really, really good. And she also made a really awesome download for you. It's called Healthy Meal Swap. So she talks about kind of typically, like if you would normally eat bread, try this instead. It's super good. She made this really long detailed list for you all, and it's amazing. I just downloaded it, and I love it. So definitely check out mommysmarathon.com/blog. Get that free download at the bottom of the blog, and you're going to love it. And you'll also see that sample meal plan of a low carb day, because that's typically the hardest day for most people, because pretty much everything has carbs. So low carb day, what does it look like? How do we implement it, and why is it effective? Well, first let me talk about why it's effective. As we've talked about before, low carb diets are what help us to burn fat. When you deplete the carb sources in your body can then tap into fat as fuel. So when the carbs are low, our body says, okay, I need to get energy from somewhere. I'm going to tap into that fat stores. So it's going to start losing that fat in the midsection, in the thighs, and the other problem areas of our body. But we have to make sure, again, we're not going to overuse our energy sources. So that's why the low carb day is not a super strenuous day. However, it has about 10 minutes of intense activity, and that is where we do our strides. So, like I said, those strides are those 30-second bursts of sprints. We go from our easy run pace to our mile pace in about 10 seconds and then finish those last 10 to 20 seconds at mile pace. That is really getting the heart rate up. It's depleting the carbs, and it's making sure our body taps into that fat burn. Super duper effective. And then the rest, is an easy, slow run, nothing strenuous. Hip exercises are not strenuous, very easy. Foam rolling, not make you break a sweat, but nothing that's going to raise the heart rate and tap crazy amounts into the carbs. And then again, a low ab routine would not be anything too strenuous either. So low carb day, very, very effective with those sprints. It's going to really help facilitate that fat burn without really exhausting you. So what does that look like? Really good low carb breakfast is eggs with veggies. Low carb veggies like tomatoes, peppers, cauliflower, which is something that I was really surprised at. I read in the book that I give to all my clients, All Day Fat Burning Diet, that you could do cauliflower in your eggs. But let me tell you what, it is so good. Like, I love it so much. So definitely try those out. Lunch, Casey puts 2 of her great salad recipes. I use both of them. That tuna salad, I promise you, I am not a tuna lover, but when I started making this tuna, mixing it with some mayonnaise, which if you buy the normal kind, it's not bad for you. It's mostly just egg whites. Just make sure you read the container and make sure, with a little salt, pepper, garlic powder, and all your favorite veggies. Yes, eggs and salsa. It is so good. I actually just had it this morning. Today's high carb day for me, so I added potatoes as well. But salsa, eggs, and Jacqueline, this is like my favorite breakfast. This is totally not low carb, but this is high carb, and you'll love it. Do eggs with potatoes, salsa, and avocados. It will literally rock your world. It is my favorite breakfast ever. It is so good. So give that a try. I just had it this morning, minus the avocado because I was out, but try it. It will change your life. So low carb, again, those low carb vegetables with eggs in the morning. You can also do a clean protein powder. I promote Shakeology within all of my clients because of its nutritional benefits. It is a little higher in carbs, so you do have to be careful for making that work on a low carb day, but I think the nutrition definitely makes it balance. It is the best breakfast ever, Jacqueline. You will love it. Try it out. Again, lunch, we're doing that salad, huge, massive salad. Stay away from the beans and the chickpeas, which are high carbs. Focus on the lean proteins. Put turkeys, tunas, fish, things like that in your salad with tons of low-carb veggies. Again, avoiding those root vegetables. Anything that's leafy and green and colorful is typically, well, I guess carrots are colorful. Stay away from carrots pretty much. And then for dinner, again, we want to focus on those lean proteins and those good vegetables. So one thing I love to do is Brussels sprouts and bacon sauteed, and onions and mushrooms, which are also high in protein. So good side dish with some lean meat like the eggs, the tuna, the fish. Last night we did lettuce wraps. So I did in this crock pot, I just put in some chicken salsa, let it cook all day, and then I put it on lettuce with some avocado. It was so good. So simple. Literally took me 5 minutes to make, and it was delicious. Again, we stayed away from the rice and quinoa, not because they're bad, just because we wanted to make sure we were facilitating the fat burn yesterday. So then today, loading up on the quinoa, loading up on the carbs. It is my favorite day of the week, and it is awesome. So again, I hope that was helpful. I know low carb day is the hardest for most people, especially even the girls in my Run Academy. So we really preach low carb day. We make sure the girls have prepared recipes, and that's also why I had Casey write that blog post on a sample low carb day. Again, mommysmarathon.com/blog. Check out her post. She's going to tell you everything we put, pretty much all the recipes I just talked about. She'll talk about the different vegetables to put in that are low carb. And she's going to give you that sample healthy food swap to really, really help you to make sure you're eating those healthy foods as well. So I hope you found the scope helpful. I would love for you to join Run Academy. Click the link in my Periscope profile. You'll sign up. You're going to get those top 5 ways to avoid weight gain while run training. And you're going to get free access to our group so you can ask your questions. You can see the full detailed post that I posted about low carb today, all the links, all the exercises that I'm sharing with the girls as well. So thank you so much for tuning in. You're so welcome, Sadie. I hope you all have an awesome day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, friends. Actually, I'm going to be on today and show you a really good high carb dinner. It's a super healthy paleo shepherd's pie. So I'll show you that tonight and when I get it cooking. So talk to you soon. Bye.